What's up, y'all? You already know. Another episode of AtYourLeisure229. You already know who it is. Jay over here. Man, how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? I'm a little under the weather, honestly. I'm a little under the weather. I was sick like last week, Christmas. You know what I'm saying? The week before Christmas, I got sick, and I was sick on Christmas, man. And I couldn't even talk on Christmas, man. I couldn't even talk. I could barely talk. Like I was like talking to my family. Was like, bro, you sound crazy. But I'm like, man, I sound like Future over here. Oh, but yeah, man, it was a good Christmas. I got to go home and see the fam. Uh, I was able to get some gifts. Give some gifts out. That's always a blessing. I know a lot of people stress about those kind of things around this time of year, around the holidays. How we gonna make it happen. I was able to make it happen for all of my family, so I'm really really happy about that. But I mean, at the end of the day, I already know, for them, they all say the same thing. All they really want is for me to come home for Christmas. So I was able to make that happen, and I was able to kind of, hook them up with a few gifts as well. So, but yeah, man. Also, I got some crazy gifts. Like they hooked me up like crazy. Like every time they always go crazy with the gifts. Um, my mom always, she's just like a giving person. That's her like that's her way of like showing you that she cares. She's like she gets you something that you've been talking about or something that she thinks that you need, and it's always something that you're like, wow, I'm so glad that she gave me this. It's always like a little it's always like a little care package. It's a little bit of everything that she always gives. So, but she gave me a lot of stuff. Clothes, of course. I'm never turning down clothes. I'll take all the clothes, she's willing to give. But clothes, as well as like you become an adult, man. It's more things like, hey, like Ma got me some washing powder. Ma got me some soap. Like, what I'm saying? When you're an adult, those kind of gifts, they hit harder because you're like, ah, man, that's what I need right there. So, but yeah. Also, I was able to see my niece and my nephew. My nephew is sick. Um, Again, he was sick when I was home, and he wasn't really playful. I was able to get him a few little things too, but he didn't really want to play much. He just kind of wanted to like sleep, and hang out. Um, which it's a blessing that he was home for Christmas. Because a lot of people don't know. Last year on Thanksgiving he wasn't home. He was home on Christmas last year, but last year on Thanksgiving he wasn't home, so we didn't even have a Thanksgiving last year. We FaceTime from the hospital. FaceTime my sister from the hospital. So it's a blessing that he was able to be home. Period. So I'll take that. I just wish he was feeling better. But he was, I think, my sister said it was RSV and pneumonia he was positive for. So as you know, like, my nephew also had a heart problem when he was younger. I mean, I guess it kind of never goes away. Like I say, when he was younger, but it kind of never goes away. But he had a heart problem when he was born. He had surgery, and whenever he gets sick, it could be like how me and you have a cold. Whenever he gets sick like that, it really it's like the heart problem is an underlying problem as well. So it's like his heart rate may speed up, more than normal or more than what we would consider normal. And it just raises a couple cautions, that everyone has to take whenever you're dealing with him. He's a sensitive subject, and a sensitive patient whenever he's in the hospital. So my sister always wants the best. She always wants, to get a second opinion after one doctor says one thing, which I don't blame her at all because, man, that's my nephew. I can't imagine if it was actually my son. So I would be the same way. Um, but yeah, as far as I know, he's at home right now. My sister said he was getting better. Of course, it's like a day to day with him. He's getting better though, so we'll take it. Shout out my sister as well. Hooked me up with hooked me up with this right here, y'all. I know, like this is sick. Look at this, Huncho. It's the Quavo championship Atlanta Braves hat. Huncho right there, and then 85. Boom, the chip champions Braves, and it has like a little inscription right here, and it says, "Where were you when we won the chip?" I know where I was. I was talking that jump. That's where I was at. I was hyped. I was hyped, man. I was really hyped. You know. Um, but yeah. Shout out my sister. Shout out my mom. Shout out my whole family, man. I really love them. Appreciate y'all's love and support that you always give me from Wilmington. You know, really appreciate it a lot. I wish we were closer. But in the meantime and in between time, y'all work on coming out this way so we can all relax together, um, and have a good time at the beach. All right. Well, next thing's next. Also, I was gonna get into. I know I'm mad late. I said I literally was like, I'm gonna drop a video like next day, like for the last video. I know. Trust me. We're gonna get into a little bit of talk about at your leisure and what exactly that means. Going back home for Christmas really brought a lot of nostalgia up for me because I went back to the place that I'm from, the roots where I'm at. Um, I lived in Winston. When people ask me where I'm from, I say Winston because no one knows where Davie County is. Trust me, no one knows where that is unless you're from there or from that area. No one knows at all. Plus, Winston Salem is like it's like the city, So whenever we wanted to do something big, you want to go to the movies, you want to go to the mall, you want to go, do this or whatever it is, you gotta go to Winston. So that's where my stomping grounds were. That's where I grew up, and then when I moved there, I spent some time there, and I made so many friends in Winston, dude. Like it was crazy. Like I don't know, like for me, it's already easy to make friends. Period, because I just like to talk to people, like see what's up. I'm pretty nice, till I'm not. So, but uh, yeah, it just brought up a lot of nostalgia of me going back, and going back to that road where I grew up, man, Leisure Lane. That's where At Your Leisure comes from, guys. So the story goes this way. When my grandmother was alive, Rachel May, when she was alive, I used to spend a lot of time with her fishing. That was one of her favorite things to do. As many of you know, I'm also an avid fisherman. Shout out my boy Zach Sicknick. Boy, we gotta hit the water, bruh. We gotta get out there. But yeah, we used to fish all the time together, and she used to just tell me stories because I was always the kid that was like, I want to know our history. I want to know about our family. Like, why is this way? Well, who is this? You know what I mean? I always wanted to know those things. And I think my grandmother actually passed away before I could learn everything I really wanted to know about our family, honestly. But one of the things that she did tell me, um, so growing up, I didn't know my grandfather long because he passed away when I was very young. Like I was like two, I think, something like that. Um, and my grandma told me, I asked her, I said, what are the road we live on? It's been all of our family, and then like one other family that also is on like part of this road. And it's just been that way since forever. We all know each other. And my grandmother told me that back in the day, my grandpa moved down there to this land where it is, and he wanted to, start this area. This land was all going to be in our family's name, which it still is to this day. I got a cousin that lives to the left of me. I got my mom's lot, and then I got my auntie, and my other cousin lives on the other side. And that land down there and that whole bottom area, that's our land in our family's name. And if I have anything to do about it, it will forever be in our family's name. No one will ever touch that land but our family. So, yeah, I asked her. I said, what was the idea behind this? Why did he choose this? And the road is called Leisure Lane, and she said whenever he made this, he said people can come and go at their leisure. So that should tell you what kind of guy he was. From the what I remember and the stories that I hear, very friendly, cookouts every weekend, those kind of things, tons of friends. That kind of guy with his friends. He was like when his friends, he had a lot of them, and he had a good time with them. Um, so people can come and go at their leisure. That was his idea, and I thought it was only right that I grew up there. I'm from there. That's spent countless summers there. I mean, I used to ride bikes. Me and Lincoln used to ride bikes like nonstop up and down that street. My uncle lived up there. My auntie has lived up there. I've lived up there. My cousins have lived up there. That they call it the hill. That's what we call it. I mean, if I say, they be like, "Where you at?" When I come to town, they be like, "Where you at?" I be like, "I'm on the hill." They know exactly where I'm at, man. Like, where we having a cookout at? Oh, on the hill. Cookout on the hill. That's what we call it, man. That's our spot, the hill. Um, and I really cherish the memories that I have there, and I'm sure there's more memories to be made as well. So, at your leisure, 229, 229 was my house number, and I thought it was only right that the thing that made me who I am today, the thing that put me where I am today, the thing that has motivated me, because it's nonstop motivation. Whenever I look back, I love the beautiful memories and I love everything that I had there, and I'm grateful for every single thing that my mother worked for. But I know that my mother worked hard for all of that only so we could have a better life and move forward past that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Um, she worked really hard and she wanted us to, not in a negative way. I don't say this in a negative way, but she wanted us to get out of that area. Like she wanted us to be able to see the world. Now that's not to get out of there forever, but she wanted us to know that the world is larger than At Your Leisure 229, or I'm sorry, is larger than Leisure Lane. Um, but she wanted us to know that it's just a bigger world out there. There's more to it. There's more out there. There's more to do. So I use it as motivation. Um, I love it, but that's somewhere where I look back and I'm like, I started here and I made it here, and I'm proud. Like I'm really proud. A lot of people don't know the obstacles I overcame to get where I'm at today, but this living where I am now, Wilmington. Always wanted to live at the beach as a kid. Always. Like beach life was like, ah man, that'd be crazy. Like I wish I was one of those kids riding by the water on my bike, you know, and I get to live it every day now. Like I live at the beach. I work. My job is, man, 10 minutes from the sand, like from Riceville Beach probably. I work in Mayfair. If any of y'all know where that is, man, it's a really nice area. Um, and Wilmington's a nice area. Period. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say Wilmington is my last stop, but I know for sure I will live in a beach town for the rest like of my time that I'm here on Earth. I don't know which beach town it will be, but I living next to the water. I want to be next to the water forever now because it's a beautiful thing. Um, the ocean is a beautiful thing. God's creation is beautiful. So, um, and with that being said, man, like I'm proud of it, but I do miss home frequently, and I'm not even sure that it's my home that I miss. I think it's just the people. It really is just my people. Because I told my mom the other day, if my family moved here to Wilmington, I would probably never cross that bridge. I'd never cross the Yadkin River ever again, probably, unless I was going on vacation or something. I would never cross that way again. I wouldn't have a reason to. Everything I would ever want would be down here. Like, you know what I mean? Um, and as well as my cousins too, man. Like, if they made that, if every like my whole entire family, it's just a dream, of course, because it's unrealistic. But if my whole entire family moved here and was closer to here, I would never go back that way ever again. You know what I mean? Um, I created a lot of relationships, and I lost a lot of relationships in that environment as well. I mean, people change, man. Like my boy Jay Roth, the kid, aka Jared Matthews, man. Like he said, come on, man. Life change, shit change. It cannot stay the same, man. Like that's just how it goes. Like you live and you learn, you grow, and circle got smaller. Everybody can't go. That's Nipsey, man. Come on, man. Like everybody can't go with you. You know, it's not built for everybody. It's not made for everybody that way. Um, what's for me might not be for you. What's for you, it's not for me. You know, and that's just the way it is. I don't wish no bad on anybody that I did leave behind, though. You know, I see them. I pray that they find the guidance and the structure. But until you want to change, it's never gonna change. You keep doing you're repetitive. You keep doing the same things over and over again. You live in the same life. I mean, you know, it's not gonna change. But I do wish everyone the best. I wish everyone health and wealth. Um, I really do. Uh, but continuing on, you know, at your leisure 229 is it started out this year, and it was small, really small, and it's turned into something bigger. Um, Not as big as I'd like it to be because of the consistency and the time and stuff like that. But it's growing, and I'm you know I'm not stopping. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy uh, learning and creating, and I enjoy sharing my story with you guys. Whether I mean, you know, whether it's something you want to listen to or not, it's just something I enjoy to do, man. So you guys can listen, take my story, take my advice, whatever it may be. I promise I would never lead anyone in the wrong way. I have a few friends that often hit me up and you know, ask for the guidance and stuff like that. And I truthfully I don't know why, because I don't think I'm where I should be. But in their eyes, I've been through a lot, and they just want my guidance. And I can only show them from the mistakes that I've made, because I have made mistakes. So I can only show them like, hey, don't do this, or you're gonna end up like this. And I know that because I did, and I went through whatever trials and tribulations came with that. Um, so, and it's hard, man. Life's not easy. It's if it was easy, if it was easy, man, come on, man. We would all be six figures deep, like you know what I'm saying, killing it. Like it's not easy though. It's a dog eat dog world. You gotta stay strong. You have got to stay motivated. You have got to check in on your people, because the reality of the situation is something you might be able to handle doesn't mean it won't break somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? And just because somebody looks like they're handling something well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. You might be able to help them with whatever heavy load they got going on or dealing with at that time. Sometimes, man, I even have the mindset thinking, man, I'm gonna go out today and I'm gonna say something nice to at least one person a day. I'm gonna smile at least at one person a day, because you never like it truly you never know. That smile could be the change that made that person think, oh man, like my life is done. It's not gonna get any better. Oh man, drop my headphones. Um, but that had them thinking like my life is done. I might not do any better. That smile, man. That smile might be the thing that was like, oh man, see, it can't be that bad. He's happy. He's laughing. It can't be that bad. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, just stay positive, man. Be nice to one another, bro. Like, say something nice to somebody, bro. It ain't always. It's not always somebody wanting the worst for you. It's not always someone trying to be your op. It ain't. It's not always that. You know what I mean? So, don't be like that, man. Don't let it be like that. It's not always that. got my computer going off over here in my ear. But try to stay positive. Try to stay consistent, guys. That's my 2023. That is my resolution. Consistency and positivity is what I'm pushing. All that entire 2023. That's what I'm working on for myself. Trying to be a better man every day, every day. Trying to be the best me I can be is all I can do. So, but yeah, man. I'm gonna get back at y'all a little later on. I got a few things going on today. I gotta get cleaned up, man. Hales is coming home tonight. I got a tire literally sitting behind my chair. She had an accident a couple weeks ago, and she had to clean out her car because she actually is gonna get a new one. So, but she's good though. Like she at the she was really shaking up when it happened. Um, but I was able to immediately leave work and check on her and make sure everything was good. Took her to the hospital, get checked out. She was okay, mild concussion. She is doing better though. She's feeling better. And yeah, so she'll be home from her visiting her family in Christmas. She'll be home tonight. So I want to be able to hang out with her and relax. But yeah. Other than that, everything's good, guys. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love and support, man. Y'all keep on liking and subscribing. Check out my. I did post a little video from my Christmas home. My little nephew. He was during the in between the feeling bad part. He was able to open up his gifts and have a little dance party with us. And then after that, he took some medicine and laid down with mom. So, um, but yeah, y'all continue to like and subscribe. I got more coming, guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Out of here.